Today's cryptic crossword clue is inaccurate claim about America in Hamilton, say. And I want to talk about anagram indicators. We talk about anagrams quite a bit on the channel, a very common wordplay type. But sometimes you don't find the anagram indicator, sometimes it finds you. And that's what happened to me when I solved this clue a couple of minutes ago. I didn't start with the anagram indicator. In fact, I ended with the anagram indicator. It was the last thing I found. I started with Hamilton, and I started with Hamilton because it's kind of the part of the clue with the fewest options for what you can do with it. Normally, you might try and just use some of the letters of Hamilton, but there are no words next to Hamilton that tell you to just take certain letters. In fact, the only word that appears to act on Hamilton is the word say, which can be a homophone indicator. But that doesn't really work with Hamilton, because if we say Hamilton out loud, it kind of just sounds like Hamilton, and it just fills up. We've got a 7-letter answer. It'll just fill up the whole answer. It can't really be another word if you say it out loud. We could substitute the word Hamilton with something else and then say it out loud, but the only substitute that really works for Hamilton is Alexander. That's Alexander Hamilton's first name, and if you say that out loud, that doesn't help you either. So what are we going to do with Hamilton? Well, Hamilton can actually be part of the definition in this clue with Hamilton say. The other way that say can work is it can point you to a higher level category to which Hamilton belongs as an example. So Hamilton say is an historical American political figure. Or Hamilton say is an example of a face on the back of US currency. There's another example that I'm not saying because it is the answer, and it's probably the most obvious global example of Hamilton. We'll come back to that later. But anyway, that had options, and so then maybe the wordplay is inaccurate claim about America, and that does seem like wordplay. Something that means inaccurate claim is going to go about America, and America can be easily substituted with US or USA. And so I thought, is there a category to which Hamilton belongs as an example that has US in it? There is. Hamilton is a musical. And that's when I figured out the anagram, because I thought I need 5 more letters to go with my US to make musical. And actually claim has the letters I need. It has a C, an L, an A, an I, and an M. Can inaccurate be an anagram indicator? I think it can. It's kind of saying if you take claim and make it inaccurate, make it wrong, make it off, you would rearrange the letters, giving us musical, a category of which Hamilton is an example.